Hello.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Orbits and the Steamers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the state of New Mexico in the high desert city of Albuquerque. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Steamers of Brooklyn taking on the Orbits of Albuquerque. Hello again, everybody. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. And, Charles, let's do some breaking down of this Albuquerque club as they enter play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much...
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go here in Albuquerque. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On play action, now Rodgers. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. When you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Fielded at the 43. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the the guy calling the signals. He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking deep for Elliott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Caught by Jones. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Tyler Newsome now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now a play fake here on first down. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On second down, Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That's taken in by Gage. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be caught downfield by Gage. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Hunter Renfrow, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception. The Albuquerque offense ready to take over once again. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Penny, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. That is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here now, a 3rd and 20. To throw, it's Rodgers. They set up the screen to Penny. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down. Tyler Newsome in punt formation.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And now we'll see punter Tyler Newsome. Take it at the 37. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Open man, that's Renfro. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Elliott, toss right. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett from 10 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for an Albuquerque first down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Miles Murphy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
3rd down and 7.
Here's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for A.
Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to go.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go to Elliott again. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A big play there. 44 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
A A first down carry by Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Elliott. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. Throwing now is Rodgers, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action here on first down. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3rd down and 6. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A little short pass. This is Everett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Hold everything because we got an injury, and it's a notable one. Ezekiel Elliott in some discomfort following that last play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. A quick throw there is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That's good for a first and 10.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Throwing is Rodgers. Dumps that off to Penny, his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt.
A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. The Albuquerque offense ready to take over once again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. A short one there, caught by Likely. Pushes past him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Left side, he's got Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson from 4 yards out. And the Orbits are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It is true, the lead cut to 10, 23-13. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
The handoff running left is Penny. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up.
Down and 5.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, able to avoid him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Albuquerque offense ready to take over once again. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
It's second and 8.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
Now it's Rodgers.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, first and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Rodgers' throw is on target to Likely.
And quickly they get to the line.
It's a gain of 5.
Rodgers again now. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. They run it again with Cook.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll set up to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
So it's our visitors that come away with a victory here. And it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So for Brooklyn, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week.
Meanwhile, for Albuquerque,
their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
It's Madden NFL 24, and the focus is on Cortland Sutton. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Condors on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the South American country of Argentina and its capital city, Buenos Aires. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dreadnoughts of San Diego taking on the Condors of Buenos Aires.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first look is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it's going to be second down.
When you look at this defense,
they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Condors will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
So that first quarter touchdown does much more than just give them momentum. I mean, this is probably going to go a long way towards erasing what's gone on with them in the last couple of games where they lost both of them.
Yeah, they were struggling going into the open week. Maybe that open week came at a good time.
Sometimes you just have to get away, right? I wonder if they just took the whole philosophy of take the week, get out of here, let's come back and regroup fresh.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. His throw incomplete.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Pierce now up the middle. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. And you look at this defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones. 48 yards. And the Dreadnoughts respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And taken down just shy of the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Herbert. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 3rd down and 1. Play action. It's Herbert. Out to his left. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. First and 10, it's Pierce. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Herbert on first down now. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Herbert. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Give left side for Pierce. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Good touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Short throw caught by Dulcich. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Pierce gets this one running right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert now. Short throw caught by Dulcich. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Herbert has it knocked free. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Straight ahead at Stevenson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Quintez Cephas.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he is out of bounds, but not before.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Short throw caught by Dulcich.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Herbert back to the air.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Dreadnoughts will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. This offense back to work now late in this 1st half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown!
Donovan Peoples-Jones
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dreadnoughts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Looking to throw. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play.
Taking a shot for Dell here.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Our leaders got a solid performance out of their quarterback in the first half. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Herbert on first down now. Gets the dump off to Pierce.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Hand off left side, Pierce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. To another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed, it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Herbert. Got his man. It's Dulcich. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
52 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. On third down, here's Stevenson.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 37. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? And it's caught. Touchdown.
Robert Tonyan
From 8 yards out.
And the Condors are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Wolf on now for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
Here's the punter Martin out to kick it away.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 7-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Motion left, Cup. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw. That'll be complete to Stevenson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Shane Zylstra, his first touchdown on the year. And the Condors have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Play action. It's Herbert.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He's got his target. That's complete.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Dameon Pierce.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dreadnoughts are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw here.
Got Stevenson again. Back-to-back plays.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
He's got Cooper Kupp on the slam. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll go underneath here to Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Condors have cut it back within a score.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And he returns this to the 22.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 10, 56 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
So it's our visitors that come away with a victory here, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, you have to be impressed with the way he ran the show, partner. He was in total control right from the get-go. Finished with over 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. I don't think he could have played a whole lot better than that.
So for our visitors, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get another road date next week.
Meanwhile, for Buenos Aires,
their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Gentlemen, on this 5th day of July, in the year 2050, I, Lady Gillespie, am proud to present to you Toothless Hawkins and his Robot Jazz Band. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we're going to see Mark Andrews. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Bisons and the Pioneers on Monday Night Prime Time.
this is the NFL on EA Sports as we come to you from the banks of the Missouri River at Omaha, Nebraska. Tonight we put a bow on Week 15 with a great Monday night matchup between the Oklahoma City Bison taking on the Pioneers of Omaha. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Omaha team entering play.
They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for visiting Oklahoma City, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
To get us started, kicker Sam Sloman. And we are underway here in Omaha. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's Ritter now to throw on their first play. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 21 carries, 105 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and it's third down. But you look at this defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterbacks.
Devontae Parker. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Ritter to throw it.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's a pickup of 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the option right is Jackson.
The quick feet by Jackson.
Still going.
Touchdown! Lamar Jackson, 36 yards.
And the Bisons are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now.
As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you know, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Ritter.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 30. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And what a big-time play there. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bisons are able to extend their lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Counter play, here's Gibbs. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. When you look at this defense, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession. Off the option, here's Gibbs. Down to about the 45.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Ritter. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Ooh, the juke. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Pioneers have got it back to within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
The extra point by Mevis is up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. And the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so, because they were also calling for him to continue to get the ball, because there's a rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well, and the back's getting the ball, and he's in sync and reading blocks, and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. And that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep, and all were rewarded with a trip to pay dirt. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's another Omaha first down.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to...
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And in Oklahoma City, first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 9-yard line.
In motion left goes a tight end. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Christian Barmore in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now Sam Sloman is on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Sheds off the tackle, and he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Ritter back to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Pulled in at the 24. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 24 yards to gain there, another 1st down as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Ritter. Over the middle, he's got Parker. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit. But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to kick it away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Back to throw, Ritter. And that's complete downfield to Parker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. moves here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Out now Andrew Nevis for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Nevis knocks this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. The drive will start with an option going left. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Ritter now. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he fields it cleanly. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent.
Who did things largely below the radar? Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 6.
Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And an Oklahoma City 1st down.
To throw is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets
gets it down to the 30 there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. It's Jackson. This one caught by Ridley. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
Jackson now. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. McCaffrey is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bisons will add to their 4th quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Sam Sloman for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Ritter from the gun. Forced out to his left. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson, option right.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Jackson to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And touchdown! Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bisons extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 15. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 two-point conversion mixed in there as well. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure, this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
On second down, Ritter.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
A final shot now for Ritter.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Oklahoma City, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week.
Meanwhile, for Omaha,
they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.